Welcome once again, everybody, to the Midnight Blue and Gold Launchpad Podcast. I am Rocket Ryan Brandt.
Hey, Ryan, I am Pat Gillick, a.k.a. PJ Spiller.
I am Dan Rocket Man Savage.
And I'm Kyle W.
Kyle W. Smith, engineer, producer extraordinaire. Not with us tonight is Nate the Texas Rocket. He had family duties, but don't worry, we're going to mention him because he does have his pick in for the upcoming MACtion showdown. Wait a second, MACtion showdown. I couldn't get it out there against NIU coming up on Wednesday, as the old people say down here in Florida. So, guys, before we get into football, basketball, and all that stuff, how about that cross-country team? I should say, how about those cross-country teams? Men and women both win the MAC championship today, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, Ryan, why don't you give us a little bit of insight on the women since they won their 5th championship in a row?
Yeah, they're on a roll, and Coach McDonough, Andrea Grove McDonough, she has won her 5th straight MAC Coach of the Year award, so congrats to her. But let's give a big shout out to Karina James. First place finish today overall in the MAC Cross Country Championships. It's the 11th conference championship for the Rockets, most by any league school. Now, Toledo dominated the race, 5 of the top 15 positions going for 32 points. For those of you just tuning in, the way they score in cross country is you get first place, that's 1 point, second place 2, third place 3, and so on down the line. So the Rockets had, of course, Karina James finishing first place in the 6K, 20 minutes, 28 seconds, becoming the 8th individual Rocket. She's the 2nd in a row after Mercy Kinjanui won it last year in 2024. Now, Melody Jabayut, she finished behind James, finishing 4th. Dorcas Jeptu Kiptuani, she was 5th, and Leanna Surs was 7th, and Hannah Eifeld rounded out the scoring for Toledo. So 32-62, Ohio comes in 2nd. Congrats to the lady. Are they the Thin Clads or the Harriers? I think they're the Harriers.
Could be taken either way, but I do want to compliment you on your pronunciation of all those names.
I practiced a little.
Professional.
I may have butchered them, but who knows?
Did you say a 20-minute 6K?
Yeah, that's moving.
Yeah,
that was my mile time back in high school.
You're a lineman, so.
Yeah.
6K is about what?
About 3.8 miles.
3.8 miles, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So she averaged about a 5:10 mile.
That's cooking.
Yeah, she was humming.
Wow.
And Ryan, I think it's additionally important to note that the Rockets have become the all-time winningest program in the MAC in women's cross country.
Definitely. I mean, that's something to be proud of.
And on the men's side, we had a full sweep. So we had the men's team and the women's team both win the Mid-American Conference cross-country championship. The Rockets scored 68 points, and second place Miami was in with 80. So a nice little scoring gap there as well. Toledo's Jode Martino, Martin Ho or Martin Ho.
I'm going to say Joed Martino.
Yeah, pick your pronunciation. I'm not
He's from France.
Well versed as Ryan is. He won the individual title with a time of 23.48 and 23 minutes 48 seconds at 0.5.
And that was an 8K.
Yes, 8K.
Wow.
So he averaged about 4:48 a mile for 8K, which is about I think it's a little bit right around 5.2 miles.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's cooking.
Yes, it is.
You do sub 5 miles or,
sub 5-minute miles. Yeah.
5-minute miles for that long of endurance. It's his 3rd straight individual champion from Toledo on the men's side, joining Dennis Mutai from 2023 and Dominic Serum from 2024. And it's also interesting to note that Coach McDonough is also the head coach of the men's team. So she does a great job of bringing in, runners from all over the country. And I think she is a gem to hold on to. She's done great things with our program, and I'm sure
track as well.
Yeah, she's being, trying to get sucked into a larger program. But she's stuck with us. Her kids are going to school here. Hopefully she's got her roots firmly planted in Toledo.
Now, what does a coach do for like cross country? Just like, hey, run to the high level bridge and back, and you're good.
No, she trains with them.
Jeez.
My dad used to too when he was a high school coach.
Wow.
Yeah, she goes out and runs with them. She was a All-American runner. I cannot remember her
I think
alma
Minnesota.
mater. Minnesota, you're right there.
I can safely say our coaches did not put pads on against Texas Rocket.
I mean, they must have been sane then. So
Yeah.
that's what you're saying.
Right. Just saying.
Just saying.
Well, congrats to our cross country runners. We're gonna have hopefully a chance to send a few runners on to regionals and nationals here soon. So
I think we're number 2 in the region behind Notre Dame, if those stats are still current.
Wow.
Hey guys, I just been handed this bulletin. First year associate head coach. He was named I'm sorry, I should say his name. Luis Vasquez was named the MAC Men's Cross Country Coach of the Year. So apparently, Coach McDonough is just in charge of the entire track and cross country programs, while Luis Vasquez takes over. He's the associate head coach, but he handles the men. So
you're
there
correct.
We go.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
And
just got handed that bulletin right off the press.
I believe you misspoke and you didn't say program.
Oh, program. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I will work on that.
Well, on to another one of our fall sports that we rarely talk about here on the Midnight Blue and Gold Launchpad. Our lady volleyballers, they've had a little skid lately. We were firmly in second place. Now we just split with Miami and Western Michigan with a loss down in Bowling Green, 3-0 last week as well. So we are tied for third place currently with the Ohio Bobcats, but don't fret. We get 2 teams here that we should be able to do pretty decent against. We get Buffalo at home next week for 2, and then we go on the road against Akron to end the regular season. And the top 6 make the volleyball MAC championship.
So you're saying we got a chance.
We got a chance. It'd be the second. Last year we were the 6th seed, and we got knocked out pretty early, but great first year for Brian Wright. He's done a tremendous job. A little shout out to Kelsey Smith. She just had her 2000th career assist.
Wow.
As a senior.
Is she a Libero or
a Libra, a Scorpio? I don't know.
Libero?
Libero or a...
you say Libero, I say Libero.
Or a DS, a defensive specialist. They usually have the most...
I don't know. I've only caught about 2 sets the entire year, but we just want to give a shout out to the ladies. I will start to hone on them more
we're going to the Buffalo
here.
match next week. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be in Florida with West Palm Beach with Ryan.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun.
I mean, we could try to make the Friday night match, but that might be pushing it. We have to be up at 4:30.
Ryan, you running an Airbnb down there? Uncle Zim was just down there, and
it's
Pat and Sue.
It's free 99 for friends and family.
That's my favorite deal.
Such a bargain.
It's not bad. You can just got to talk to the proprietors of this here establishment.
Oh, he's getting that southern accent going, boys.
I do declare.
Outside of volleyball, now we are heading into our winter sports, and we've got men's basketball and women's basketball here on the docket shortly. The men will open up against South Alabama at home. Well, we know Todd Kowalczyk does not like the Sun Belt Challenge very much, because that means in February we're going down south to play somebody else. But hopefully for us, it's Marshall or somebody that's the closest team. We'll see how that stacks up.
Interesting side note on that game coming up. It's Monday night, and
I think it's Wednesday for the men.
The 3rd, I thought it was.
The men play
Anyway,
Monday.
nonetheless, we were downtown for a family dinner this evening, and South Alabama was staying in the hotel where we ate.
You're probably right then. It probably is Monday. I doubt they got up here a week early to get acclimated to our
our altitude.
Right.
That's some deep cut scouting, PJ.
Yeah, so I was looking through, going floor to floor to see if I could find the team, but no luck.
Well, that sucks too, because the ladies play also Monday night, so we're going to have to get the 2 TV system down to watch both squads. I do have a little bit of some notes here from the preseason. We did defeat Xavier in a preseason matchup, 84-80, no statistics available, and we lost to Murray State by 5.
The super secret scrimmage.
Yeah, there's a quite a few super secret scrimmages here in Northwest Ohio
Super secret
in
scrimmage.
October.
We had Notre Dame and Grand Valley State.
Yep, those two as well. And the one that most of you, if you are men's basketball fans, probably noted was the game down in Findlay. The traditional game. We always go down to D2 Findlay. GLIAC members. Here's a little write-up from the message board. Toledo goes into D2 Findlay, a yearly expo, and gets in a small gym road atmosphere against a top D2 team that doesn't have as good of athletes but plays good basketball. UT pulls ahead by 20 mid-first half and keeps the foot on the pedal for a 123 to a 103 win.
Great defensive game.
Yeah, just what we've been looking for. Findlay shot 42 threes. Toledo made 12 of 24 and had a lot of assists. Rockets started 6'10", 250-pound junior Parks, 6'9", Owinga, 6'4", Vanderjack, the CMU transfer, 6'3", Minor Strong, and 6'1", Sonny Wilson. We played an 11-man rotation, had 9 scoring in double figures. Our bench might be a 6'7" senior, Craig here from Northview High School, a 6'5" Tyler Ode, and 6-foot Prater, the Colorado product, 6'1" Blyden and 6'5" Riddle. Prater and Strong are the biggest surprises. Both were lightly recruited high school players. Strong didn't have a D1 offer until he went to a JUCO, had a big freshman year, and suddenly plenty of mid-major options. He's been solid on both ends for UT and will start. Prater went from 6'2" guard, the Colorado fella, to 7 foot when he graduated.
Whoa!
And he was expected to redshirt and work on his body.
It's like a Dennis Rodman situation.
Right. And he's already played his way into the bench rotation, handling the ball, making threes, and dunking. While skinny, showing some toughness. Toledo then closed their preseason scrimmages with that 84-80 win against the Xavier team that might be struggling. But hey,
it's Xavier.
Toledo was picked at middle of the pack in the MAC this year on the men's side. I expect a fun year. I believe the Miami Redhawks returned a lot. They're going to be good. Akron, Kent, always good. And then our new addition to the Mid-American Conference, UMass, will be battling us in Bowling Green for that top 4 spot. But excited for the men's season this year. Hopefully they can get off to a good start. If you look at the schedule, we play all the normal teams. We get Oakland, we get Wright State, Youngstown State, Detroit Mercy. We basically are in the horizon in November. But good luck to the men's basketballers. Hopefully they start off the season with a dub.
You know, I think we got really lucky that Sonny stayed.
Yeah. He's going to be a team leader. He's very vocal.
Absolutely.
I think
But he's a great player.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could have transferred if he wanted to. It's just cool to see he stayed.
Like Ryan Rollins, who's now
oh my gosh.
Wow, yeah.
You know, he's blowing up with the Milwaukee Bucks.
I might actually watch the NBA now. I mean, at least the Bucks.
At least a quarter or two.
Well, you watched the Pacers too. Ray J had 12 points on Wednesday night too.
I thought
Ray
I saw
J
that.
Dennis.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Rollins was picking up extra minutes because Giannis was out for a few games, but Giannis is back currently. So we'll see how Rollins does tonight.
Yeah.
But we don't have any more information on that because we can't speak about the future when we're in the past.
We haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
One interesting side note, Dan, I don't know if you misspoke or my ears are clogged, but you said Todd Kowalczyk went 11 deep on the bench. That is, I realize it's only a scrimmage, but that is promising because I think we have complained for years he only goes about 7 or 8 deep.
He must listen to the podcast.
Yeah, maybe he's finally gotten the point.
Well, we still gave up 103 points, so I'm not sure how optimistic I want to be just yet.
Right.
I just got this bulletin.
Wow.
Again,
you got the AP ticker in your room?
My hands are hot because I'm ripping it right off the press. But the Bucks actually lost today down in Mexico City, 135 to 133 to the Kings.
Ooh.
And Ryan Rollins did start in the game, and he finished with 16 points.
Okay.
Not bad coming off a 32-point outing the last game.
Might
8
be
assists.
The NBA most improved player.
Yeah, that's no doubt about it. And Giannis did play. He had 26. So I mean, he still started even with Giannis back in the lineup. So congrats to Ryan Rollins. What a great first name.
So do we want to switch over to the women's program?
Let's
briefly.
Yeah, the women, we're going to have, spoiler alert, Jenny Bogus on in the next week here to really dive into this
And
women's schedule and
I
everything.
knew Bogus was talented, but news anchor didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I saw that.
She did great.
Yeah, on Ryan's, was that your former station show?
Yeah, that was the old WTOL 11. Yeah, I saw that on the Instagrams.
Yeah, we are primed for more than just winning basketball games this year. We'll be hitting your local news stations city by city as we trek through our schedule this year. Like I said, we're not going to get too much into it. I'm just going to say that we have a couple names that you will not be seeing this year. That is Sammy McConowitz, the mayor of Rossford. She has graduated.
And now
on the team.
Now
she's
an assistant
coach.
So you might actually see her a little bit. Kira Goss has left us, Nan Garcia, Jess Cook, and Hannah Novorovsky. A lot of big shoes to fill.
Yeah, big shoes.
It's going to be a different year.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah, the bigs are completely different from the bigs we've had in the past.
Correct. The Lady Rockets open their season at Troy Monday night, so if you can get a 2 TV setup, you can watch the men and the women, or maybe pull it up on your phone while you are in Savage Arena watching the men take on South Alabama.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see that Sammy stuck around with the program after she got married, and she actually works out with the team, according to our women's basketball specialist, Paulie Newbevin.
Our insider.
Yeah, and he said it's great, seeing her work out with the team. She's running a lot of different plays with them. So
she has the most hustle I've seen from men's or women's in a long time.
Absolutely,
from a player.
And she's got that intensity.
Yeah.
Kind of. Her first 2 or 3 years with the program, she was kind of a Dennis Rodman. She just wanted to play defense and get rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then she found her scoring hand the last couple of years.
Well, if you're a walk-on and you start as a freshman, you've obviously got some talent, and we saw that talent come into fruition throughout her career. My gosh, we're going to miss her, but at least we still have her cooking up plays there during the timeouts.
Yeah, so more on the women's program on our next episode, guys.
Absolutely.
And ladies.
We got to talk about something we don't really want to talk too long about. The Rockets went to Pullman, Washington last weekend on the C-Dub.
The football Rockets.
And Mike, of course the game before, the Wake Forest SMU game, went long. So we had to miss the first 2 drives of the game on TV.
No, but just embarrassed ourselves on the CW.
Yeah, that's,
right.
We did not embarrass ourselves at Whiskey Red Saloon, though, where we had the nice little watch party, and we had like 15 or so Rocket fans there having a good time. We made the best out of it. We want to wipe that second quarter from our mind because
they scored 21.
Oh, it was rough. What was your guys' impressions on last week's game against the Cougars?
Well, first of all, Kyle, Uncle Zim came down to watch the game just with me and Kim. And we started off at Harry's Banana Farm, and we had.
Whoa! Is that a bathhouse?
It sounds like it should be. It's a dive bar, and it's a fun dive bar. Might have to check it out if we can work it into our schedule.
All right. Yes, I know the itinerary is tight.
Yeah, we got a tight schedule here. But anyway, yeah, we got home to watch it, and you know what? I tell you what, that. When they came back and scored, 42 seconds left to go in the first half, I'm like thinking, okay, we got the momentum on our side. But then the second half, offense couldn't do you know what, and it was
couldn't do shit.
Yeah, there you go. I don't like to say shit on the radio or on podcasts. So
when I saw,
we got the parental guidance.
Yeah, we're fine. When I saw we went up or we scored right before halftime, I said this is the exact same as the Bowling Green game.
Yeah.
We were going to do the exact same thing back to them.
Yes.
And speaking of BG,
well, we'll talk about them in a little bit. The freaking Rockets. We play a game where it's 15 mile an hour to 20 mile an hour sustained wind. It rains before the game, and of course, we don't have Chip Trainum.
Right.
And the running game was pretty much all for naught most of the game. Kenji did a lot out of the backfield catching balls, which was nice. But we really needed a run game to stick with a team like Washington State, stout defensive team.
And where did this running quarterback come from? I mean, geez.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team. And I think they play,
A
as
brutal
we speak,
schedule.
against Oregon State right now on CBS Network. So, folks, we
That's
just played
right.
a power team that has a national spotlight game. They might win the rest. That they could be an 8-4 team. I don't really have too much to say besides, we still can't win on the road. It sucks, but we got to get healthy. And I think if we have Chip in the backfield, that's a totally different game.
Even though they gave up 21 points, our defense did play stellar.
They did. And we were only outgained by, I think, 20 yards the
Right.
entire game.
Yep.
It was that big second quarter that really was the difference. They pulled away, and then, man, we punted so many times in the first half on their side of the
Right.
field.
Emilio Duran had to be exhausted.
Well, yeah, but also 22-yard freaking
Yeah.
punts.
Yeah.
Pin them inside the 20. We had 3 touchbacks out of his 6 punts. It was kind of rough to...
Right. Not
rough
your player of the game.
Yeah, and then, you go back through it and you say, well, hindsight's 20/20. If we would have gone for it a couple times there, maybe we get a first down or two and we score some more points. I don't know.
Yeah, and a couple times we could have kicked field goals,
That's what I was thinking when we had the wind at our back.
Right.
And it was a gusty wind, I heard, but
Right.
you know what? It's one to forget. It's a learning moment, teaching moment. I hated the uniform combination, so that's partly why we lost, if you ask me.
Of course. So do we want to go through the players of the game real quick?
Yeah. We'll start offensively. I think that there's a couple opportunities. I don't think Tucker played too bad. I'm going to give it to the tight end Peterson. He had a big game. I think he had 5 or 6 receptions for like 80 yards and a touchdown. So, I'm going to give it to the old tight end. Let's keep using him. Just because we lost a game, well, he had a good game. Let's keep on rolling with it.
He's one of the leading tight ends in the country, or in G5, or in the G5 in touchdowns.
I'm actually going to correct you on that. It was Van Der Ross with the touchdown.
Yeah, he did not score a touchdown. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
I also just went the last 7 minutes without being able to hear myself in my headphones until just now. So.
Oh, you're going to dig at me for that? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right back at me. Okay.
Oh, I lost it again.
We'll reverse. Anyway, I'm going to go Van Der Ross. He was just 6 yards behind to be a leading receiver, at least tying with Peterson, but he does have the single touchdown. So
That dropped pass on that 4th down conversion was tough, though.
tough look.
Yeah,
Well,
a little bit behind him. It wasn't all
That
his
play
fault.
should have never been called.
Well, we had another wide receiver wide open right behind him, so
Yeah. I mean,
who's
4th
that
and 1, you throw it 9 yards.
yeah.
Anyway, Ryan?
I'm going to pass. I don't think anybody deserves to be offensive player of the game.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I'm
There
going
we
to
go.
go with Van Der Ross as well. I mean,
But if I would, I would be Van Der Ross.
the guy's
But I'm not.
the guy has been Mr. Consistency all year long, and he showed up again when nobody else really did,
And
other than Peterson.
I think we're all in agreement for defense this week with Braden Alls. 5
Uh,
tackles, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I do want to give a slight shout out to E-Man. He led the team in tackles. That's Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
Right.
And if you play the college football video game, he just got upgraded to a 93 at safety overall, which is
Yep.
the second best safety
Stud.
in the whole video game. So congrats on both of those
That's
guys.
higher
for
than
having
any
good
grade I
games.
ever got at UT. So, yeah, congrats.
Wow.
Washington State made some incredible catches, though.
Yeah, they did.
In
Really
terrific,
Oh, yeah.
just great plays. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I kept telling Zim, you got to give that Pabst guy a blue ribbon, man. He's pretty good.
Yeah, great name for sure.
did. Ryan?
Braden Alls, I mean, no doubt about it. 10
Yep.
tackles, 2 picks, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I'm going with Braden Alls as well, but I'm giving a almost 49% shout out to Nasir Bowers. He had a great game as well. And he doesn't get the publicity of the rest of the backfield, but he is another consistent guy. So I believe he ended up 2nd or 3rd in tackles, had pass defended, and I give him a slight shout out, but Braden Alls had a hell of a game.
1,000%. Now, just kind of piggybacking on that, Emmanuel McNeil Warren and Chip Trainum both invited to the East-West Shrine Bowl. Pretty cool. We got to see a picture from practice this week, which had Trainum not in a boot. So that makes me think he might play this week against Northern Illinois. That would be greatly appreciated, Chip, if you could chip in, because we need you.
We have
No
to
pun intended.
work with training staff and your strength and conditioning coach and get back out on the field.
The Trainum staff, if you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Dad jokes.
so now we
All the time.
we flip the switch to our last meeting against the non-rivals, the Northern Illinois Huskies, come into town after their second win of the year. They won the Bronze Stalk, probably very high after that 21-7 win against the Ball State Cardinals. And
Wait, they play for the Golden Stalk?
Bronze
A
Stalk.
bronze stalk, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
close. He's colorblind. He couldn't tell bronze from gold.
They're both in third place usually, so.
Right. And this Northern team sucks offensively, to be quite frank.
Yep.
Jason Candle, actually a pretty good record against the Northern Illinois Huskies. He's 6-3. We've won 3 in a row against them. Before Jason Candle took over as head coach, we lost 7 of 8. So this is not the rivalry that it was before JC took over. But
I think it's a rivalry to NIU
it is. It's
and not to us.
exactly.
Right.
That's why we're the non-rivals. They're probably celebrating a little bit over that bronze stalk. They lost 4 in a row. So
Right.
we got a chance to come back home and do what we've done at home all year
We
and
need to
kick the living crap out of these damn Huskies. I hate this team. Not as much as I hate Bowling Green, obviously,
but still, we need to send them off to the Mountain West with a sour taste in their mouth.
yes,
Exactly.
we got to fly that MACtion flag this week just to stick it in their craw that this is not your
Cram in
league
their
anymore.
cram hole.
The skull and crossbones.
Well, just a little known fact here: Stephen J. Powada, the late, the great, he hated Northern Illinois more than he did Bowling Green. I don't know what it
Wow.
was, but he really he was the one Toledo fan that really considered it to be a rivalry. So let's send him out for Steve there, Toledo Rockets.
There we go.
This Northern team is just like pretty much every Northern team's been in the last 10 years, minus a 7th-year veteran quarterback and Rocky Lombardi. He's gone.
Well, and they're also minus Travion Rudolph.
And that's true. So we got a little bit of an edge there, but I'm sure Northern wants to stop him if they could. This Northern team is a great defensive squad, and offensively, they want to run the ball the hard way, as Coach Hammock puts it. Their 2 running backs are Telly Johnson. He's had a pretty good year, 93 carries, 581 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Siobhan Wright, who's a little guy. He's 5'8", but he's 212, so he's kind of bowling ball-esque.
Brian Blair build.
Yeah, exactly. 491 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year. Their quarterback play has been absolutely atrocious. They're not going to be able to throw it much. Defensively, Quinn Erweiler, big linebacker, he's got 1 million tackles. He's got 97 tackles on the year, 1.5 sacks. If we're going to run the ball, we got to run it through that dude. And I hope we do that Wednesday night for Mission Midweek in the Glass Bowl.
Yeah. Brian Blair has been promoting and touting it around town to show off the city and the university and all that they bring. So if you got some time on Wednesday night, just show up. You know, people.
You're gonna see some. You're gonna see some offensive fireworks. We know that. And the defense
Exactly.
is stout.
Oh yeah.
But this could be a very boring game to
9-7
to showcase the local
Can't
high
be-
schools that'll be coming and show it. And I think we're going to have high school student sections according to the plan here. So maybe we will see 20,000 in the Glass Bowl.
It'd
Who
be
knows?
nice. It'd be great to see that if the weather's good and it's supposed to be, hopefully. So
So far, so good.
And it can't be any worse than the opener. San Diego State, didn't they
Oh.
beat NIU 6-3 in the opener?
yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Part of NIU's 2-6 overall record, 1-3 in the MAC. Well, that wasn't a MAC game, but that's what their record is coming into Wednesday night.
Yeah, the Huskies need to win out to get to a bowl game. And that kind of seems like the standard that Hammock has set, which is a low standard compared to us. But boys, if we don't win our last 2 home games, we might be sitting there at 6-6. So we need to for sure win these 2. We'll talk about the future. We got a couple of tough road games that are going to be on the horizon. Toledo's pretty much got to win out to have a chance at the MAC title game in Detroit.
Kyle, any thoughts on this game?
My one tip is Northern Illinois has given up 13 sacks so far this year. I want to see at least 3 sacks,
Yeah.
if not 4.
I think we're capable.
And I just want to kick them in the ass and show them the door. See you later.
So Malachi Davis probably going to have one.
That's a guarantee.
Maybe if Jeremiah Peters might get in.
Yeah.
Kavon Sherman.
Yeah, Kayvon.
He's good for 1.5 at least.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And we do also have an offensive lineman backup who's only, I think, a redshirt sophomore who's from Northern Illinois. So maybe we've got some extra tips. I think Northern was sad to see him go because, like you said, their offensive line has not been very good. But on the other hand, Northern's played a pretty tough schedule. You know, you go out east and play Maryland, and you play Mississippi State, who's obviously much better than they were last year when we took them down, and they played in some close ball games. I think Ohio is really the only team that, as you said, showed them the door. So we're going to try to do that to them as well. Man, freaking hate the Huskies. For the fans out there, it was on Twitter. We voted for the uniforms they're wearing. It is Military Appreciation Night, so I believe we're doing blue helmet, blue top, white pants, probably with an American flag or camo logo. So
it's gonna look great.
Yeah, you know any veterans? I think it's $10 tickets for vets. Pretty cool deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't really have too much else to say. I'm fired up to have a Wednesday off of work where I can just set up the tailgate. And I mean, usually that means I got to work on the weekends now, which does suck. But didn't have to this weekend.
I was gonna say you're here with us now.
Yeah, it's a late Saturday night. We got to watch some football today. How things have changed.
Exactly.
How about that?
I'll start off with a score prediction here. I've been on the 22-6 train with the visitors winning. And I said I wasn't going to change it until we won a couple in a row. So I'm not going to change it, but I have the Rockets victorious this time. 22-6.
How about that?
We're going to take them down. I don't see too many points for the Huskies. Joshua Holst is just a terrible quarterback. We're going to be in the backfield all day. Rockets roll.
All right.
I'm going to go next, and I'm going to say 31-3 Rockets.
I'm pretty close with you there, Ryan. I'm thinking 34-10.
Okay.
Rockets on top. We give up a fluke touchdown and a field goal, and then just finally Candle and Gleason get the point after halftime and start rolling.
All right.
I'm going to say 80. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go 35-6. Toledo wins.
Okay.
All
Texas Rocket this week as 42-10 Toledo.
Wow. An offensive is explosion for our Rockets.
That'd be nice. The Huskies are only averaging 13.6 points per game.
And we're only giving up about 9 points a game on defense.
Well, I believe Northern Illinois is 133rd out of 134 for passing offense.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you guys want the opposition's perspective on this game, go over to Huskies on Tap. It's their little podcast they have on Spotify, and they hate when Toledo people comment. So just go onto the Spotify. Don't even have to listen. Just say, fuck the Huskies or huck the Fuskies or whatever it is.
And go Rockets.
And then say it. Just don't say you're me, because that guy's really sick of me doing it every week.
I was going to say, do they hate Toledo fans or just Rockin' Man Dan?
Yeah, they might. Yeah, I got a lot of aliases.
Dan's been doing it since August.
I haven't missed an episode of Huskies on Tap. The guy's pretty good, but man, he's just as frustrated with Hammock as our fan base is with Candle, which really makes no sense. But hey, we're here.
Right.
The last thing I have before we head out here are some bowl projections, and this is usually something Texas Nate takes over for us. But I got a few more than just the ESPN bowls this time. CBS Sports has us in the Cure Bowl in Orlando against Southern Mississippi.
Oh,
that'd be nice.
College Football News
take
also
the bright line.
Right.
Also has us in the Cure Bowl in Orlando against Coastal Carolina. Kyle Benagura from ESPN has us in the Salute to Veterans Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama versus UConn. ESPN's Mark Schlabach has us in Boca Raton against Temple.
Hey, there you go.
Nice little 2015 rematch there.
That's right.
And Sports Illustrated has us in the Game Above Sports Bowl in Detroit against the Minnesota Fighting PJ Flex.
That would be interesting.
Oh, I'd go to that.
Yeah, definitely go to that. And maybe even the Boca Bowl, too.
Yeah. Minnesota just took down Michigan State today, so they're already at 6-3. I'm not sure that they're gonna be in that bowl. I'm probably looking at more of a Northwestern Rutgers type.
Do we want to do a little segment on coaching rumors?
Sure, let's talk about it. What did we hear today?
Hey, before we get to that,
it's
though,
the annual coaching rumors.
I just want to say that I'm really surprised by those bowls. Not the fact where Toledo's going, that Sports Illustrated still is in existence. That's all I'm going to say.
I thought you were going to talk about the Buffalo Bulls, who just beat Bowling Green 28-3.
Yeah, and as Ryan said earlier, Pine is a sap.
That was great. It was a great text message to wake up to at 3 p.m.
I thought it was time to get out of bed.
See, Dan still has his PJs on.
Well, I thought the time went back last night. Halloween threw me for a loop. Apparently, it goes back tonight, Saturday night. So if you're at the bars, it'll be 1:59 and then back to 1 o'clock. So have fun, folks.
That being thrown for a loop had nothing to do with Busch lattes.
Neither here nor there.
But so we're going to get into a little bit of a coaching rumor discussion real briefly.
Yeah, according to sportscasting.com, I'm going to be honest, I don't know the legitimacy of that outlet, but they do have Jason Candle as a favorite for Michigan State.
Oh, I thought it was Sporting News.
No, it's sportcasting.com. I just double-checked.
Sporting News. There's another one I didn't know was in
That'd be interesting to see him go up the road.
Yeah, and Toledo does play Michigan State, I believe, next year or the year after. So hopefully they cancel the game if that is what happens. I don't really want to.
You don't want to beat Candle?
Not really. He's beat himself enough while he's been here. Yeah, while I was watching that Minnesota-Michigan State game, I was thinking, man, would PJ Fleck take the Michigan State job if it opened? Like, where does that fall in the hierarchy of Big Ten jobs? It seems like a slightly step up with resources at MSU.
Yeah, and I think they're a more notoriety. They have more notoriety than Minnesota does on the football stage.
But again, if you're at Minnesota, you can probably stay there and win 7-8 games for eternity, and they're happy with that. They're not a team that really has playoff aspirations more than maybe once in every 7-8 years, if I had to guess.
So I wanted to ask you guys, it's not Toledo related, but it is current events. Speaking of coaching searches, how do you feel about the governor of Louisiana being so involved with LSU right now?
Well, from what I understand, it is the flagship state school of Louisiana. It'd be kind of like Ohio State is, unfortunately.
It's not ULM.
I too am shocked, but yeah, from what I hear, apparently, I love the way he's talking about it. How he signed Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M, and then he comes to LSU and signs Brian Kelly, and there's like over $100 million in buyout in both of those contracts.
Right.
So,
yeah, I'm not sure I would trust him that much.
Maybe they'll bring back Coach O.
I love Coach Orgeron. He was awesome.
I heard John Gruden.
Yeah, I've heard that those rumblings. Also, Gruden to Florida, and
he's rumored for Penn State. I mean, it's just his name getting floated around.
Doesn't Arkansas kind of feel like that makes the most sense for Gruden though?
Yeah, little John Daly.
Yeah, he's kind of got
Gruden.
He's got to find a spot that
I'm sure Barstool would hop
on.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Where they're kind of more liberal about everything, and hey, we'll take the personality and not the coaching ability.
Yeah, at Arkansas they kind of just want to get back to bowls. Pulled pork Pittman didn't do a very good job there. And they got an old road rash face there now who led them to 10, 11 wins maybe a decade ago. And then took a nice college lady on a motorcycle ride.
Not nice of them.
Arkansas's got a whole slew of issues, but they've dealt with them before. So I feel like Gruden and his colored past, he might fit there. But who knows? I'm not him. I don't know what he's thinking.
And I think the biggest question or topic out there in a coaching carousel is the Penn State job.
I still think Matt Campbell's probably one of the higher guys that they want to hire there, but
even though he got pounded today,
they've lost a few games in a row, so it's tough to win at Iowa State. I don't know.
Right.
That might be another out for Jason Candle to go and be his OC if Campbell say takes the Wisconsin or Penn State job. But hopefully we don't have to deal with that. I want 10-4 for these Rockets.
Yep.
Get back to Detroit with maybe winning some tiebreakers. Who knows? And
take on those Bobcats.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of season left to go on. A lot more big jobs to open, I feel like. It's been a crazy carousel.
So far, yeah.
Through the end of October.
All right.
I don't see Brian Blair making a move mid-season.
No way.
It's not going to happen until after the season. So all those people out there in Rocket Land calling for Candle's head, be patient. I don't think it's going to happen, but we shall see.
Yeah, we got to win a road game, and after this one, we got Daquan Finn on deck. So
yeah, there you go.
That'd be a nice one to get us started on the right path.
Oh, is he transferring back?
In Miami.
Sometimes I'd take him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
a couple of these games, but we've got Osborne in the wings, so
for sure.
All right, guys, what do you think? Should we put a midnight blue and gold bow on this bitch?
I think we should.
Sounds
on
good to
behalf
me.
of engineer, producer extraordinaire Kyle W. Smith and the vacationing Nate the Texas Rocket, I am Rocket Ryan Brandt.
I am PJ Spiller.
I am Dan Rocket Man Savage.
Have a good night, everybody. Go Rockets. Beat those Huskies. Mush those Huskies. TOL.
EDO.